Good morning, boys and girls. It's Miss Sellers. It's so good to see you again today. Elizabeth, would you zoom into my table over here? I have some items on my table that I want you to look at that I just walked around and found in my backyard. And these things give you a clue what our book is going to be about today. So, do you have an idea what you think my book might be about? Tell someone at your house what you think it could be about, what your prediction is, just from the things that you saw on my table. All right, boys and girls, the title of our book is all about leaves and trees. There's so many different kinds of trees on the front cover. Trees are amazing plants. Some are small and some are big. So I'm sitting right in front of one of my favorite trees in my backyard. Just a week or so ago, it was covered in beautiful white blooms, and now it's just turned completely green. And this is a dogwood tree. It's a pretty small tree because when you compare it way up high to all of these pine trees that are really, really, really big. And then over this way, I'm gonna ask Elizabeth, that's a magnolia tree. It used to be super duper big, but it got cut down a few years ago. And so now it's growing. So I have big trees and small trees in my yard, just like my book tells me. Some trees are small and some are big. There are two different kinds of trees. One kind of tree is an evergreen, and one kind is a deciduous tree. Have you ever heard of that word before? It's a little hard to say, deciduous. Evergreen trees have leaves on their branches all year long. So boys and girls, that means even in the wintertime, these evergreen trees stay green all year long. Now this page tells us about the other kind of trees. In the fall, the leaves change colors and fall to the ground. Look at this beautiful, beautiful yellow tree. Deciduous trees shed their leaves once a year. So this is the type of trees that we see in the fall when their leaves change all those beautiful colors, and then in the winter when all we see are their branches with no leaves at all. Leaves come in all different colors, shapes, and sizes. They can be round or pointy, long or short. So you can see right here with my two different kind of leaves, how they look very, very, very different. Pine needles are leaves too. Did you know that, you guys? Here's pine needles from my yard. Trees also give us yummy fruit to eat. Apples, peaches, and oranges grow on trees. Maple syrup is made from tree sap. So we get lots and lots and lots of yummy fruits from different trees. Birds make nests in branches above, and squirrels make homes in the tree trunks. Squirrels hide nuts and seeds inside the tree. So boys and girls, trees can be the home for lots and lots and lots of different animals. Trees are a busy place. If you look closely, you may see insects on the tree trunk, on their branches or the leaves. Spiders make webs between the branches. Paper, newspaper, food boxes, and paper straws are made from ground up wood. And boys and girls, where do you think wood comes from? From all these trees. Most furniture and homes are made from wood. So boys and girls, we can see from our book that trees are so, so, so important for us for lots and lots and lots of different reasons. Not just for people, but even for animals. So guys, you have a different kind of assignment today. Do you remember from so long ago, from the beginning of our school year, when we read that book called Library Mouse? All the kindergarten classes read that book. And remember, Library Mouse told you that you can be an author and an illustrator. So that is your job for today. Remember, an author writes the words in a book, and an illustrator does what? Draws the pictures. So that's your job. You are going to get, I took, let's see, 3 pieces of paper, and I folded it to where it made a book. And we've done this before at school. I know all of you have done this before. You're going to write your very own nonfiction book. Now, you have a choice here. You can write a book about trees, just like the one that I have, and you can get your information from this book to make your very own book. Or if you don't want to write a book about trees, you can choose something else. But remember, it's nonfiction, so it's got to have facts in it. It's got to be for information. It's not a made-up story. So you and your mom or dad, whoever's helping you do your work, you decide, are you going to make your book about trees? Or are you going to choose something else? Maybe a special animal, maybe a place that you would like to visit one day. It's your choice. Anything as long as it is nonfiction. So let me show you what I did. First of all, you have to come up with a title. So the title that I came up with was Terrific Trees. And I wrote written by Mrs. Sellers and illustrated by Mrs. Sellers. And then I had to put a picture on the front, because if there's not some kind of a picture or photograph, people may not want to read it. Remember, those pictures are what gets us excited sometimes. So my first page, I got my information from the book that I read you. My first page says trees can be big or small. And remember, the picture has to match your words. So if I wrote trees can be big or small, I drew a picture of a big tree and a picture of a small tree. Now, I also read, and I just know this is a fact, I wrote leaves can be different colors. So I drew lots of different colored leaves. And do you notice that I added color words? I added labels to my page, because in nonfiction books, you'll see labels a lot of times. Now, this might be my favorite page of all. Trees have roots, a trunk, branches, and leaves. So I drew my tree and I added 4 different labels. A lot of times, a nonfiction book will have a diagram with labels in it. That's an important part of a nonfiction book. And why do you think I wrote these words in darker print? Those are my bold words that we see in nonfiction books a lot. And that's as far as I went. I still had a few more pages that I could do, but this is your assignment for, you can do it today or you can wait and do it tomorrow. And boys and girls, this assignment might take you a little bit longer than some assignments. So you don't have to do it all at once. Take your time. Really take your time with your illustrations. You can ask Mom to help you write some of your sentences if you want to. But when you are done, here's your challenge. Read it to someone in your house and teach them all about the animal or the trees or the place that you wrote your nonfiction book about. And boys and girls, you may even want to record yourself and send it to your teacher. I would love to see and hear your nonfiction book that you made. All right, if you have any questions, have your mom email your teacher, but this is going to be a really fun assignment, I hope, and make sure you share it with someone. See you guys next week. Bye-bye.